Asawa is bringing up alternate jerseys. Are they wearing
Yeah,
different
they
jerseys?
released. They're gonna. They always wear an alternate jersey once a year, and they just released what those look like, and it's paying tribute to the 1983 Nebraska team that had the triplets there with Irving Fryer and Mike Rozier and Turner Gill. So they're doing something similar to that. They're not. That won't be here in Ireland. They're not using that in Ireland, but. They're kind of doing they're trying to copy the mesh kind of look. If you remember back in those days, I don't know how many of our viewers are actually old enough that were watching Nebraska in 1983, but they had they were the mesh kind of tearaway jersey type deals. I think they were like the next answer to the tearaways. So they're kind of doing that, but I'm not really the pants. I think I'm not sure. They're okay to me, but they do have an N on. They have an N on the shoulders, which weren't there in '83, but that's kind of cool, I think. But it's probably not going to be one of my top 5 alternate jerseys that they've done.
I'm trying to find these. I will find them at some point.
I think it just went out yesterday, maybe Sunday or yesterday, that they put that out.
Okay.
I think it was yesterday.
So is this what we're looking at right here?
Yep. There you go. Yeah, they didn't have the stripe there. It wasn't like that back in '83. On the pants right there. So that's what makes the pants look a little bit goofy to me. But the rest of it's fine to me. I'm a fan of when they do the black ones. That's what I'm a fan of. Especially the ones they wore during COVID when they played Illinois here that had the skull and crossbone black emblem on them. I mean, those were my favorite.
Yeah, alternate uniforms. It just depends on which team we're talking about, because I liked when we started to see the chrome helmets come out for a ton of different teams. Started doing chrome helmets. I thought those looked cool, and then also kind of the matted look.
Mm-hmm.
Again, and a lot of teams with ugly uniforms, they classed them up a ton.
Oh yeah.
With the chrome and the matte, like. Teams like Wake Forest didn't have nice uniforms, and all of a sudden you put the chrome helmet on and you show off that black and all that, and suddenly it looks good.
Well, I mean, this is all about the shoe company, the apparel companies that sponsor everybody. I mean, once that started getting going, when Under Armour jumped in there and Adidas, and so you got all 2 of those, and Nike all battling each other and trying to make more fancy uniforms. And if you ask me, I have to respect the teams that keep it the same way it's always been. I mean, Penn State, Notre Dame, Texas, Nebraska. I mean, Oklahoma. I mean, you don't mess around with them that much. I mean, keep them classic, and then once or twice a year you can do the fancy stuff.
Greg, you've got a fan here in Eric. He says, let's see, the first comment was, this is my favorite team-focused guest, which Eric, not to correct you here, but Greg's not a guest. He's a mainstay. But anyway, I get your point. This is my favorite team-focused guest you have, Mark. And then he says a little bit later.
I like Eric.
Eric goes with, Greg is reasonable and optimistic at the same time. That's a hard line to toe.
Hey, I tell it like it is. That's just the way I was born and live my life. So I'm not pulling any punches. I'll tell you if they stink.